Hey everybody, it's your boy JJ Columbia here, back with some more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Been a while since I've last streamed, but I'm back here again, thankfully. Hope you all have had a happy Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year. Uh, it's been a while, but I'm going to be back in the swing of things right now. For today's episode, I'm going to be exploring Eterna City and some of the surrounding areas. I'll look at our team for a little while. So, for what we're doing right now, Budu is getting pretty high up there in level, so I'm gonna go around a little bit, try to battle some of the remaining trainers, have her evolve a little, hopefully have her evolve. As you can see, even though some time has passed, my commentary has not gotten any better, but hey, I'll do what I can to help to sort that issue out. With practice, I'll get it figured out. Now, even though these fishermen here are pretty numerous, there's like around 4 or 5 of them, I believe. Most of them just have Magikarp, so they're not going to be a major issue to take down. I think only one of them actually has a Magikarp that can attack. At least in the old games they did. Do be aware though, if you want to raise a Budu like I am, this Goldeen here should have Peck, which can be dangerous, so be wary of that. I did just lower the volume of my TV, so hopefully it's the game audio isn't too loud. I just lowered, like I said, so maybe it's gonna be more even now. Let me know in the comments below if the audio was a little bit buggy for you. I do need some feedback about that. And yeah, looks like this fisherman here doesn't have an attacking Magikarp. I'm not sure how much experience Badu needs to level up, but I think we're almost there. Kinda. So yeah, these 4 fishermen here should be enough to level up Badu. But let's just hope that it's enough to actually have Badu evolve. Even though Badu doesn't learn any new moves at all, Roselia does learn some good ones earlier on, and we've already missed out on, I believe, at least 1 or 2 good ones. This is the guy who has 6 Magikarps. Fun. And I think none of them attack either. There's always a trainer in this game with 6 Magikarp like this. I think it's just a meme at this point for this series. Thankfully, we can at least Oko them. Usually these guys have, I think, at least 1 or 2 that actually can attack, but they're never really a threat. I think in the Johto games of Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, uh, this trainer actually does give you their phone number, and you can actually rematch them later on, and they have a full team of Gyarados, which is actually some pretty good experience. As opposed to this 42 experience per Magikarp. Since the holidays did pass, though, I hope everybody did have a happy holidays and New Year, like I said. Uh, what did you guys do for the holidays, and what do you guys celebrate? I'd actually like to know, because I do know there's a variety of different holidays that people celebrate depending on where you live, and there's a bunch of different aspects to each holiday that are different. And it's always good to learn about different cultures too. Sorry for being quiet here. Nobody likes taking on a 6 Magikarp guy. Maybe if we won't take a Versus Seeker. If this guy does level up over time, and he actually has a team of Gyarados, I probably will come back to him if he's high enough level, because that actually, like I said, is good experience. And we will be going around this area of Eterna to level up the rest of our team for the next gym battle, because that will be a bit of a challenge. If Rourke can pull out a Cranidos with Bulldoze, I'm not sure what to expect anymore. I'm pretty sure one of these fishermen too does also not battle you. So you can get 3 battles here, which is some decent experience, especially for a grass type. Even with the upcoming gym having moves that could be a surprise, I still think having Monferno or a Staravia, if you're using a Staravia, will pretty much net you the win pretty easily. There's not really much those grass types can do to a fire type or flying type. I did not know. Actually, maybe they did give Goldeen Water Pulse early. I know they gave a lot of Pokemon stronger moves for the early game, which is handy. But my only issue with that is if you do that, they're probably going to stick with that moves until the late game, which might not be the best idea. Some level ups here. As you can see, I do have an Alakazam in the party. That's due to my friend Tony having some trades with me in between episodes. I will not be using the Alakazam. That's just for to fill a slot in my party. But dude is not evolved yet. That's nice. Yeah, this guy's in battle me. So let's move on for the time being. So back in Eterna City, there's a little bit you can do right now, but there's more that comes later. Here next to the Pokemon Center is the Underground Man's house. This is actually something that in the original Diamond and Pearl you could not advance until you get. I don't know if you are required to get it this game, but I'd rather get it now. Talk to this old man here, and he'll give you the Explorer Kit. The Explorer Kit and the Sinnoh Underground, which is the Grand Underground in this game, is something I'll probably go over in a different episode. Oh, is he going over it now? Yeah, can't be used in a cave or indoors. He's making us do it now. I couldn't even get the option to move around myself. So I guess we're doing this now. Not my first time in the Underground, but Grand Underground, yeah, it's my first time here. But yeah, we can do a variety of stuff in the Grand Underground, like dig up fossils, gems, make a secret base. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different locations here that are marked with question marks. And those question mark locations, I believe, are different areas where wild Pokemon are. I'm not sure if you can see them too well, but there are also these little yellow triangles around the area. Those are where you can find digging areas, which you can use the sonar for to locate them. You can use the sonar by pressing the R1 button, or R on the Switch controller. The wall is bulging slightly, so yeah, first time digging. You can use the R to also switch tools, and you have a sledgehammer and a pickaxe. 3 items here. The pickaxe, if you use it, it slightly damages the surrounding 4 blocks, down, left, and right, and heavily breaks down the middle one. If you're using a sledgehammer, it does a lot more. It breaks down a lot more, but as you can see on the top bar here, it does affect. It can break down the wall faster. There are advantages to using both. However, I'll be using the hammer more often probably. But if you want to make sure you don't collapse the wall, stick with a pickaxe. And you can stick to the hammer, excuse me. And wait, my commentary is still bad. Okay, so if you want to break down the area quickly, use the hammer. If you want to just brush up the remaining area to get your remaining items like I just did, use a pickaxe. Digging more or less is rather simple, and you can get a variety of objects like these red spheres here, the blue sphere, and the special items, which are new to this game, boxes. And this is an electric box, and let's see what's in it. Rotom Wash statue. The statues I personally don't know too much about yet, but you can use them to decorate your secret bases, which we haven't gone into yet, but I believe once we actually resurface from the underground and talk to the underground man, he'll give us more information about those. I don't want to spend too much time down here yet, because like I said, I did want to give this a separate episode, but I'll spend a little bit of time here. Another electric box. For those of you who do have this game already, do you guys prefer to use the hammer or the pickaxe? And as I already said, we have special items here, and I think this is a fossil. This is the only way you can get fossils in this game, in the underground. And it said there was 3 items down here, so... Oh, there it is. But yeah, this is the only way you can get fossils in this game. In Brilliant Diamond, you can get the Skull Fossil, and if you're playing Shining Pearl, you'd get the Shield Fossil, I believe it's called. And what's in this box? A Luxray statue. Dope. So yeah, as you can probably tell, because those 2 boxes I opened were electric types, there are types corresponding to all 18 types. And there are also shining boxes, which are rarer, and which are rare and hold greater rewards. And in these little areas here, you can find wild Pokemon, like Ralth. Now, Ralth is actually not naturally in the Sinnoh Pokedex, but you can get them available this early. I actually did not know, so this is pretty wild to me. Because like I said, I've never experienced the Grand Underground like this. Ralth is a Psychic-type Pokemon, so sending out a Monferno like this is not good. But I do want to get it down a little bit just so I can try catching it. And I think Nintendo might have done this just so players can actually have the base Sinnoh Pokedex while also being able to catch Pokemon from the Platinum Pokedex. Because Ralts and the Ralt standard like Gardevoir, Gallade, and Kirlia are available in Platinum, but not Diamond and Pearl. So they probably did this to rectify that. And now, with Ralts, I actually think that before I encountered it, I saw a Gastrodon there, which is actually pretty wild because Gastrodon evolves rather late for Shellos. So if it's a high leveled, I think it's better to get out of here. No nickname for now. Honestly, because I was not expecting a Gardevoir or a Ralts here at all, I might end up using it if I had nothing else. Like, you can get Shellos here as well. I did not see that Gastrodon there. Because I didn't battle it. But yeah, that's a very, very basic way to... Excuse me, I'm a little bit sick right now, excuse me. That's a very basic way to describe the underground, but I'll go more into depth with it once I get into the episode featuring it. We'll do it one more time before we get out. At least dig out these last few spaces here. The most common items you're going to get here are spheres, which have no use right now, but once we find... actually, they do have use, excuse me. Scattered around the underground are people who will trade items for these gems, but they're rather rare to find, I think. We'll probably see them when we explore a little bit more. But they will trade items and even some of these boxes here for these gems. And I believe interacting with these people does cause something else to happen. But I'll get into that when we get into that. And this is what happens when you run out of time and just can't find all items available. But yeah, the Sinnoh Underground is actually has always been a really fun place, especially in the original Diamond and Pearl. And having them expand on it like this is honestly really, really wild. And I think it'll do a lot to help out this game if they ever expand on the online features. As you might have been able to tell before, these spheres come in a variety of sizes, like small and large. And they also come in a variety of colors, like there's blue, green, red. I think those are the only ones that come in the basic shapes like those. However, there are also prism spheres and I think one other kind, tail spheres, but we haven't seen them yet. Maybe we will, or maybe they've even removed them. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when we explore more. I did actually mention that I was a little bit sick earlier. I'm feeling a little mostly better now, but I didn't want to just wait too long for there to be for there to. I didn't want to just keep you guys waiting until the next episode, so I wanted to record a little bit now just to get some more content out there. But I do apologize if I sound a little bit sick or the content isn't as good as it was before. Not that it was just stellar before, but I'm trying. Also, if something like this ever happens to you, where you can't find all the items, don't feel bad. They're always going to be infinite here. But we have a fire type statue here, so let's see what's inside this one. A Rapidash. That's a nice pose for Rapidash. Now, in the original game, if you try to access the menu, it would show you the spheres and other items you might have found in the underground. Do those just go into the bag now? Just honey for the honey tree? They do. Okay, so pretty much everything you get in the underground transfers immediately to your bag, so you don't need to micromanage that either. Now, how do you get out of here? Okay, you can press R to access the full map of the underground. There's a bunch of different areas you can only access from specific parts of the map. So this wide area in green is everything we have access to right now. But like I said, I'll get to that when we get to that. Probably super obvious, but does this work? I'll probably cut this out because I don't think you guys are going to watch me just struggle to get out of the underground. Oh, okay, there we go. It's Y. So you can press Y to go back up onto the surface. I am very smart. Okay, so now that we've been underground, the old man gives us some spheres as a reward that you can't normally get in Sinnoh. And there's a bunch of other stuff that you can access once you've done the tutorial for the underground, and you can actually go back to the old man to talk to him about that. So now that we're back into Eterna-lly, we can actually do more of the exploration stuff for the other things I wanted to go over today. And one actually major thing is with her. Talking to her gives you the Friendship Checker Poketch app, which, if you're raising a Badoo or any other Pokemon that evolves through happiness, you will pretty much need. And I open the Poketch here just so you can see it right now. Gonna access the app real fast, and right here. So this is the Friendship Checker app. You're able to click on the Pokemon you want to access, and I believe once you click on them, you can see some hearts pop up. Hmm. Okay, normally in the original Diamond Pearl Platinum, if you were to hold down the Pokemon on the D-pad or the touchscreen, you'll be able to see their sprite move around a little bit with some hearts popping up out of them. The more hearts you see means the Pokemon is very friendly towards you. Here, I don't know if they changed anything, so I'm not sure if Badu likes me or not. Why do you hate me, Badu? I think it's number 5, yeah. Okay, so for now, I think we're just going to stick with the party menu screen. And besides from that, we're going to explore town a little bit more. This is the bike shop, but we're not actually able to do anything here just yet. We're actually going to be able to access some of these stuff later on, because as you can see, Team Galactic is here. Probably up to no good. Wow. This man tried to rob us, but he said no. He looked too tough. Yep, there he is. So I remember this path right here from the original games, and behind here is a super potion. Very handy with this next gym, and as you can see, they're playing with some of the 3D effects here. In the original, they did that as well, but it's a lot easier to see back then. There's another apartment building here, the Eterna condominiums. There's not much use to these buildings here, except for one little thing. If you talk to this child over here, you have a Pokemon named Weasel. I want to trade it for my Chatot. Chatot is an actually decent Pokemon. It's not stellar, but for this game, for this part of the game, it's really tough. So you can actually catch Weasel up here towards the west, but we're gonna do that a little bit later. For now, since we've already been to the west, let's head to the east. Let's take this off. Oh dear lord. It's her. The queen. She'll remember this. It just seems wrong looking at her as a small chibi sprite. But she did just give us TM93, which contains the move Cut. Cut is not a good move. I wouldn't recommend actually using it on a Pokemon, even though I might have to. But Cut is another field move, which we are not able to use until we meet the next gym badge. But we are currently training for that, so we can actually move forward. And what is this? It's obviously Dialga, but it's also a mix of Palkia. And the funniest part about this is that it's in the manga too, in this exact same form of like a mix of Dialga and Palkia. But more importantly, I found a Draco plate here behind the statue. This Draco plate is an item for a Pokemon called Arceus, which we're going to learn more about in the Pokemon Legends Arceus coming out later this year. Later this month, actually. A Draco plate is actually not just for Arceus, though. You can give it to any Pokemon to power up Dragon-type moves, but we don't have any Dragon-type moves right now, so we shouldn't worry about that for the time being. Actually, I think since I caught a Ralth, so I'll probably put that in the party, just for some same reason as Alakazam, just for general purposes. But yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out later this month, and hope you guys are excited about that, because I'm certainly excited about it. It looks different compared to other Pokemon games, which is really interesting to me. And once it comes out, I think a lot of people might get hyped about Pokemon again. We'll see though. It looks interesting, and that's all I really care about for now. I shouldn't say that. It's weird. It doesn't look bad, and it's getting interest. But we'll have to wait and see, like all things here. Pokeball in that empty space here. Always check every empty space, like I keep saying, because you never know what you can find. Got a trainer here in the dirt. These trainers here are ninjas, or ninja kids, ninja boys. They're not usually too tough, but they'll always use poison types like Zubat, Stunky, and I believe Krogunk. Typically, as I said, they're not too difficult, but you can never be too sure, especially when you encounter them later on. And because of, as you can see with the last time we faced a Zubat, it had, what, U-turn? This one probably doesn't, but you can just always have your guard up. You can never tell what you can never tell what you might run into. But now we have Manaphy, so bring it on! Having a Manaphy in a playthrough like this feels cheap, especially with Tail Glow. Even with this negative special attack nature, it's still putting in this much work. And it's cheap, but I will be facing a lot of strong Pokemon later on, especially towards the end game. So it's weird, but we'll take that as it comes later on. This area actually, this route here is the first time you can catch a Pokemon called Meditite, which is actually a personal favorite of mine. It's a physical attacker, especially because of the ability Pure Power, which doubles its physical attack stat. It can be a monster if used properly. And are we going to run into one right now? We are. I will not be catching one of these solely because I already have a fighting type in the form of my starter. But if you ever need a fighting type and you want something interesting, I recommend Meditite. You might be surprised at what you can get. I took one step. What is this? I already said I'm not catching you. Leave me alone. Déjame vivir. Déjame vivir. Up ahead here we have a cave. It's not just a cave though. It's actually one of the entrances to Mount Coronet. We'll see what Mount Coronet has for us right now, but I'm going to finish the rest of this route first. It's a short route, as you can see, but there is at least one thing here I do recommend getting, especially for competitive battlers, if I'm correct. Do all Geodudes in this game, held by trainers at least, just not have Sturdy? It's like, because in the original game, I remember, because Sturdy was not buffed yet, it would always just flat out KO. It would not leave you with 1 HP, regardless of if 1 hit KO was, if it was a 1 hit KO or not. But now that it is buffed, you it gets to live on 1 HP. But I'm guessing these all have Rockhead. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the long run, but it's an odd choice. But if you go down here, there's one more trainer. And this trainer is actually the first time, I believe the first time, we're going to be seeing a bird keeper. Bird keepers, like their name implies, always have flying type Pokemon. These usually include stuff like Hoot-Hoot, Starly, in Platinum I think they also have Swablu. But yeah, always have flying types, and if you have a rock type or electric type like Shinx, they're not going to be any problem to you. Simple and easy. Good experience too. I don't think it's really enough to battle the gym yet. Wait, what? Oh, okay. She said I'm gonna peck you for that. Ma'am, I don't know. What? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. This is the theme of this route. Déjame vivir. Let me live. I don't want nothing to do with this. But on this route we can get TM12 Taunt, which is a fantastic move for competitive battling. It makes the opponent only use attacking moves, which at first sounds like a bad move because they're going to be attacking you. But if you are prepared and you can deal with what the attacks are going to be using, it can be a good move to make. Over here in Mount Corona, you can find a Revive. There's a Rock Smash Rock here, and a different type of rock up to the north, up to the top right corner, with a hidden move. We don't have this hidden move yet, so this is all we have access to. There's only, I believe, there's 2 Pokemon you can find that are new in this area of Mount Coronet. One is Chingling, which is a Psychic-type Pokemon, which is a new one you can have access to. It evolves via happiness like Badu does at night, but honestly, it's rather weak and I don't recommend using it. I've used it myself in Platinum, and it was okay, but overall, it wasn't really worth it in my opinion. It was just okay. The other new encounter, though, is Cleffa, which in this game, starting from Generation 6X and Y, is a fairy type, and has only gotten a lot better as the years went on. It's very bulky, can potentially do big damage, and if you want to use a fairy type, you can use them right away now. But I think that's all we have. But with exploring Eterna City and a bit of the surrounding routes, I think we and Grand Underground too. I think it's a good enough point as any to stop today's episode. And wait, and I'm gonna train a little bit to take on the gym. So thank you all for watching, and see you all next time for the next episode of Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond. See you guys then.